Yeah, the bloke's right. 2 million households in the UK now claiming they don't need a television licence. The BBC have got to refocus their efforts. Hi, it's me again, and I stumbled across this article, and I like it. It's written by a guy called Gary Shipton from sussexexpress.co.uk, or it says Sussex World on the thing. But he doesn't like the BBC very much, and he makes some fair points. So I thought we could take a look at it, and we'll have a chat about it, and I'll give you my thoughts on it, and you see what you think about it as well. But he's not far off the mark here. According to TV Licensing's annual report, 1.96 million households said they do not watch the BBC or other live television in 21-22, and the corporation believes even more will desert them this year. Yeah, I believe even more will desert them this year. But so 1.96 million households said they do not watch. So is that how many people have filled out the no licence needed exemption? I've contacted TV Licensing asking for clarification. They haven't come back to me yet. When they do, I will let you know, or I'll overlay it on this video if it's not uploaded yet. Because if that is people that have filled out the no licence needed exemption saying they don't need a television licence, the amount of people who just blank them off is probably either the same or bigger, in my opinion. I can't back that up with any actual facts. But the amount of people that just blank TV licensing and don't talk to them at all is a big number. And I used to tell people to fill out the no licence needed form, and now I tell them just to blank them off. I don't see the point of it anymore. If the BBC is to survive, it is vital that the licence fee is abolished, that a new voluntary funding model is created, and the corporation focuses its efforts on producing quality original TV that it can sell around the world. In a cost of living crisis, the status quo is not only unacceptable, it's totally unsustainable. Yeah, I agree. I think the licence fee will kill the BBC. I mean, where's the tipping point for this? Because they sell, 24 million licences or something. 2 million have left. If another 2 million leave over the next couple of years, is that going to hurt them enough? Do we need another 4 million or 6 million to leave them before they get the point that it's not sustainable? And earlier on in the week, I talked about how much money BBC Studios has made. BBC Studios, and remember they have BBC Studios, BBC Productions, BBC Distribution Limited, about 5 more others, UK TV. It's crazy. But BBC Studios alone turned over £1.6 billion. That's more than Channel 4 turned over. That's more than ITV turned over. So they can survive just on that. They don't need the licence fee funding. They don't need it. Just show ads or go subscription, but probably ads. The BBC was once synonymous with quality, originality and world-beating television, reaching a peak in the 1970s and the early 80s when nearly half the British population would tune in to watch its top-rated shows. Yeah, that's true. It did get a reputation for being quality and world-leading and world-beating. And there were some episodes of EastEnders where more than half of the UK population tuned in to watch it as it was being broadcast. Can you imagine that happening today? Madness. It would never happen again, would it? There's too many other things to watch now. But yeah, the BBC have slipped and they just haven't moved with the times. Times have just overtaken them with streaming giants and, online stuff. They just haven't moved with the times, and it's going to kill them. But the guarantee of a criminally enforceable tax to fund it, known as the licence fee, has given it complacency, which has allowed it to spread itself too thinly at a time when consumer choice from other providers has never been greater. It's a lethal combination. Yeah, it's similar to the analogy I use, isn't it? Like with a trust fund kid. If you've got a teenager and they're getting a trust fund, so they're getting a few grand every month, they've got no incentive to work to make any money, have they? And that's what the BBC is. The BBC is gifted 3.2 plus billion quid a year. They know it's coming in, no matter what kind of job they do, the money's coming in. So they don't have to do a good job. They can just do this, do that, just, half-assed projects, half-assed TV shows, half-assed radio stations, because it doesn't matter. The money's coming in no matter what. But if ITV did that, or Channel 4 did that, the advertisers would abandon them and they'd go down. It's not a worry the BBC ever has. It's true, the network still has some big hitters, not least its natural history programmes from the father of the nation, David Attenborough. Yeah, but that wasn't made by the BBC that you pay your licence fee to. That was made by BBC Studios. And that's why you see the David Attenborough shows in American TV or on Netflix and stuff like that, because they sell them all around the world for profit. The BBC is just the biggest customer of BBC Studios. BBC Studios is a commercial entity that turns over 1.6 billion quid a year. You're not paying for David Attenborough. David Attenborough would be making those shows without the licence fee. It wouldn't matter. A survey conducted by our titles last year revealed an overwhelming majority of the public were opposed to the compulsory TV licence fee. The survey, which ran from May to June in 21 across 150 national world news titles in the UK, attracted 16,497 responses. Well, you've not got much of a readership then, have you? You put that out for a week across 150 news titles in the UK and you only got 16,500 responses. I'm going to start doing more surveys on the community section, so if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button so you can see that. Because I'm trying to build up a thing, I'm going to put a press release out on, try and get it into the papers so that we can reach some more people. When asked if the BBC licence fee should remain compulsory, 95% of respondents answered no, with 5% answering yes. Respondents also favoured an opt-in service when this additional question was put to them, with 61% backing a system where you would only pay for the BBC services you consume. I mean, there's so much debate and so much faffing about, and you've got the House of Lords doing all these 75-page documents that send me to sleep when I try and read them. It's so simple to fix this problem. It doesn't need all the debate. It doesn't need all these articles. It doesn't need all the discussions and the arguments. It's so simple to fix the BBC. Their charter expires in 2027. Whoever's the next PM, God knows who it will be, write the BBC a letter saying at the end of this charter, when it expires in 2027, that's it. You're on your own. Do what you got to do. You already make 1.6 billion a year just from BBC Studios. God knows how much you make from all the other companies. You can do it. Just show ads on the telly. Shrink your stuff down a bit and then show ads. And you'll be back where you were anyway. You'll probably still make about 3 billion. The only problem is this time you'll have to work for it. It's that easy to do. Every other TV channel in the world operates like that. The streaming services operate by, an opt-in service with a subscription. But look at any other TV channel in the world. It survives by showing ads. And by showing ads, you're incentivized to make better shows. Because the better shows, the more the viewers, the better the advertisers you can get on board. It's that easy. It doesn't need all this debate. Just write them a letter saying you're on your own in 2027. You can either show ads, you can go subscription, or you can go tits up. Whatever you want. We don't care. There's no more free money for you. It's just, to me, it's that simple. Maybe I'm wrong and I'm the mental one. I don't know. Anyway, that's probably enough of a rant from me. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. And if you haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button. Helps the channel to grow. We're reaching new people all the time, and it'll keep you up to date with the latest videos as well. So have a think about that. Thanks. Ta-da.